Neil, I see why you called this the inspiration home. It's just amazing. It's extraordinary.
We had a lot of fun doing it, so.
I had to have. And it's not just like horizontal inspiration, it's vertical too. I mean, those are just incredible.
Well, in any house that people live in, you know, the design element isn't just, you know, here, what you sit on and what you use. It's really the entire room and overall the entire house.
And there's no doubt, and it's incredible. But I do want to sit on something because I want to talk to you more about where this inspiration comes from, because every client has to be a little different, so you need to know how to tap into that to come up with the right design.
Exactly, and every client is very unique, not just a little bit different, and that's really one of our concepts with our company is we get to know the client, because design is extremely personal. Not only working with the designer, because you do have a relationship with that person, but also figuring out what makes them and their family tick, and then finding out what aesthetic they like and what really invigorates them and makes them live well, because we do feel that if you're happy in the space that you live in, you're going to flourish in the rest of your life.
Do you find that people get locked into just their way of living and they don't even know what the possibilities are?
They do, and that's really what our job is to really get into their minds and get into their daily functions and figure out what works best for them. I mean, you can have things that look great, but if it's not going to meld with their personality or with their lifestyle, a lot of people see pictures in magazines and they try to reproduce that in the home, and they call us and they're just like, it's just not working. And so we go in there and we figure out really how they live and what's their aesthetic to make them happy.
And I know here this theme was kind of bringing the outdoors in because it's surrounded by gorgeous woods.
Yeah, walls of glass. You know, Rocky Fork Creek runs through this property. So what we did is we created really an organic, modern feel in this house with the light fixtures that we picked, some of these accessories that we picked, even like this onyx, blue onyx side tables, just little touches that bring the organic outside inside.
Incredible. Well, we know you've got this part of it nailed because you are such a great designer, but I do also want to talk about the renovation piece, and you have done so much to change this house that someone lived in for 30-some years into this modern masterpiece. So let's take it downstairs and you can kind of walk us through what you had to do to create that living area down there.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
That'd be good. Let's go do that. This is incredibly unique, Neil. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, lighting is such an incredible and important part of any remodel as well as design. There's such great things you can do with lighting nowadays, no matter what room you're in. And like this particular room, this was all unfinished space. There's no natural light, and so we did have to bring in some great lighting in here.
Oh, and yeah, because these basements can be dungeness, right? So what did you do in this particular space?
So this particular space was all unfinished, and there was just small, tiny sort of entry door for a hobbit. And so we actually widened the opening. We had to rebuild this platform because this was at a different level than the rest of the staircase.
Incredible.
And so we rebuilt the staircase in order to make this flow, and then carry the same hardwoods that we had upstairs down here. So it still feels like a continuous living space.
Right, so no more hobbits.
Right, exactly.
Our apologies to the hobbit community, but now let's
They can still come and enjoy the house, so they just don't have a little door for them.
Now, upstairs in the master, tell us what you did there.
So the master used to have its entry right off the front entrance. So you come into the house and then you'd sort of be exposed to your master suite. So what we did is we actually changed the entry to a more private entrance off of the great room, and we created an office, a master sitting room, and the master bedroom sleeping chamber. And then we took actually one of the other bedrooms that was in the house and we made that into the master closet. So the whole west wing of this house now becomes the master suite. And we did add that laundry in there too, so you don't have to travel very far to do your laundry.
You are a visionary, sir. I want to go meet the other half, Jeff, who's upstairs, and we'll talk about why you also have such a particular mission to give back in the community.
We feel it's so important.
That's great. Why is it so important for you to give back as a company?
Well, it's really part of our mission. It's kind of how we started the company almost 20 years ago. And for this house in particular, we always love to do an inspiration home celebration where we give back to the community. This particular one was for Columbus Student Success Stores. And we also participate quite a bit with the New Albany Symphony, and we do a Kentucky Derby Gala every year for them as well.
That's awesome, to give back like that. Let's bring Neil back in here. Neil, thank you so much for the tour. This is just gorgeous. People are going to want to be a part of what you two have to offer.
Oh, well, it's our pleasure, and we invite people to come visit our showroom or give us a call, and we can help them live life to the nth degree as well.
Wonderful.